You search for opportunity, and your algorithm serves you reasons why it won't work. You search for abundance, and your algorithm shows you all the ways you might lose it. You search for wealth, and your algorithm retrieves every memory, every fear, every limitation that matches your historical browsing patterns. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. This is the abundance algorithm activation. You are being affected by an algorithm, but it's not what you think. Every single day, you conduct thousands of searches, not on Google, not on your phone, inside your own mind. Your subconscious is the most sophisticated search engine ever created, and it's running queries every second of your existence. What should I notice? What does this mean? What's possible for me? What should I expect? And just like any search engine, your subconscious delivers results based on one thing: your search history. Here's what nobody tells you. The reason you keep experiencing the same financial patterns, the same money struggles, the same ceiling on your income, it's not because that's reality. It's because your internal search engine has been trained by decades of data. Every experience you've had with money, every belief you absorbed from your parents, every time you heard "we can't afford that," every moment of financial stress, you witnessed or experienced all of it because your search history, all of it trained your algorithm. And now that algorithm delivers results that match the data it's been fed. You search for opportunity, and your algorithm serves you reasons why it won't work. You search for abundance, and your algorithm shows you all the ways you might lose it. You search for wealth, and your algorithm retrieves every memory, every fear, every limitation that matches your historical browsing patterns. This isn't a flaw in the system. This is the system working exactly as designed. Search engines don't show you objective reality. They show you personalized results based on what you've searched before, what you've clicked on, what you've spent time viewing. Your subconscious works the same way. Everything we see in technology is just a reflection of your consciousness. And in this episode, we're going to do something that will change your life. We're going to access your internal search settings. We're going to review your financial browsing history, and then we're going to clear the cache, delete the cookies, and reprogram your algorithm to serve you completely different results. By the end of this activation, when you search for what's possible for me financially, you're going to get abundance results, wealth results, opportunity results, not because you're pretending or hoping, but because we will have fundamentally changed what your search engine retrieves. And this changes everything for you. It brings abundance to you. It's all being determined by your algorithm. You get what you search for, and that's what's been happening in your life. Your mind processes approximately 11 million bits of information every second. But your conscious awareness can only handle about 40 to 50 bits. That means your subconscious is filtering out almost everything and showing you a tiny slice of reality. The question is, which slice? That's determined by your algorithm. Your algorithm decides what makes it to your conscious awareness and what gets filtered out. It decides what you notice and what remains invisible. It decides what feels possible and what feels impossible. Think about how a search engine works. When you type a query into Google, you don't see every web page on the internet. You see a curated selection, usually about 10 results on the first page, that the algorithm has determined are most relevant to you. Most relevant based on what? Based on your past behavior, your location, your previous searches, your click patterns, the websites you visited, the links you followed. All that is a reflection of your own subconscious mind. Google knows you so well that two people can type the exact same search query and get completely different results. The search engine is personalized to each user based on their data history. Your subconscious operates identically. When you wake up in the morning, And your mind searches, what kind of day will this be? It retrieves results based on your history. If you have a long history of financial struggle, your algorithm serves up anxiety about bills. If you have a history of unexpected expenses, your algorithm shows you things that could go wrong. If you grew up watching your parents stress about money, your algorithm learned that money equals stress, and it keeps serving you that experience. You're not seeing reality, you're seeing your search results. Here's the part that sets you free. Search results can be changed. Algorithms can be retrained. Search history can be cleared. The wealthy don't see the same reality as you see, not because reality is different for them, but because their algorithm serves different results. When they search what's possible, they get opportunities. When they search what should I expect, they get abundance. When they search what does this situation mean, they get interpretations that favor their expansion. Same world, different search results. Every moment of your life, your subconscious is running queries on your behalf. Is this person trustworthy? Will this work out? Can I afford this? Am I good enough for this? What will happen if I try? And every moment your algorithm is retrieving answers from your search history, not from truth, not from possibility, from the data you've accumulated over a lifetime of experiences, beliefs, and programming. A girl who grew up in an abundant household has different search data than a child who grew up in scarcity. Neither child chose their data. It was installed through experience. But that data determines what results they get for the rest of their lives, unless they learn to reprogram their algorithm. That's what we're doing tonight. Before we can change your results, we need to look at what's been generating them. We need to access your financial search history. Settle into wherever you are. You can be walking, driving, doing dishes. This works regardless of what your body's doing because we're accessing something deeper than physical position. I want you to imagine somewhere in your mind, there's a screen. Doesn't matter what it looks like, a computer monitor, a phone, floating holographic display. On this screen is your search history. Every query your subconscious has run about money, wealth, and abundance throughout your entire life. Let's scroll back, way back to the earliest financial searches you can remember. What were the first results your mind retrieved about money? You searched, what does money mean? As a child, and the results came back stress, arguments, not enough. Something adults worry about, something that causes problems. Those early search results became training data for your algorithm. They taught your subconscious what to look for, what to expect, what to retrieve when money comes up. Scroll a little further. What did your algorithm learn about wealth during your teenage years? When you searched, what do I deserve financially, what came back? When you searched what's possible for someone like me, what did your algorithm retrieve? Maybe it retrieved messages like money's hard to get, rich people are different from us, we're not that kind of family, be grateful for what you have and don't ask for more. None of those were objective truth. They were search results based on your data your environment provided. But your algorithm accepted them as accurate and has been serving similar results ever since. Look at your search history from your 20s, your 30s. Every financial decision you made was influenced by what your algorithm retrieved. Every opportunity you saw or didn't see was filtered through your personalized results. Every risk you took or avoided was shaped by what came up when you searched, will this work out? Notice patterns in your search history. How many times did you search for reasons this won't work and get a full page of results? How many times did you search for what could go wrong and receive comprehensive answers? You always get what you look for. How many times did you search for why I can't have this and find exactly what you were looking for? Your algorithm got very good at retrieving those results because you kept clicking on them. You kept engaging with them. You kept confirming that yes, these are the results I want to see more of. That's not your fault. No one taught you that you were training an algorithm. No one explained that every fear you entertained, every limitation you accepted, Every scarcity story you repeated was teaching your subconscious what to retrieve next time. But now you know. Look at your current search patterns just in the last week. What queries has your subconscious been running? Can I afford this? What results came back? What will happen with my finances this month? What did your algorithm retrieve? Am I going to be okay financially? What answers appeared on your screen? If those results have been dominated by worry, limitation, and scarcity, that's not prophecy. That's just your current algorithm doing what it's been trained to do, and algorithms can be retrained. Every search engine has a setting that allows you to clear your browsing data, history, cache, cookies, all the accumulated information that shapes your personalized results. We're going to access that setting now. Somewhere in your internal interface, there's an option to clear data. Maybe it looks like a settings gear. Maybe it's a menu you can access. Find it in whatever way makes sense to your imagination. Click on it, open it, and you see the options: clear search history, clear cache, delete cookies, reset personalization data. We're going to select all of them. First, we're going to clear your search history. Every poverty search you've ever run, every scarcity query, every time you asked, "Why don't I have enough?" and received confirming results. We're deleting those searches from your history. Not the experiences themselves, those happened, but the algorithmic weight they carry, the way they've been training your results, the influence they have on what you see. That weight is being released. Watch as years of scarcity searches begin to dissolve from your history. All those midnight worries about money cleared. All those fearful projections about the future deleted. All those comparisons to others who had more removed from your data. Your search history is becoming cleaner, lighter, less cluttered with limitation. Next, we clear your cache. Your cache stores frequently accessed data so it loads faster. Your subconscious has been caching scarcity responses because you access them so often. When a money topic comes up, your system doesn't even run a fresh search. It just loads the cached response: worry, stress, contraction. We are clearing that cache now. Feel your system releasing all that stored limitation. The preloaded anxiety about bills, the cached responses about never having enough, the stored files about money being hard. All of it deleted from quick access memory. From now on, when financial topics arise, your system will run a fresh search instead of loading old cached responses. Fresh searches can return different results. Now we delete the cookies. Cookies are tracking mechanisms. They follow you around and build a profile of who you are. Your subconscious has money cookies, tracking data that follows you into every financial situation and tells the algorithm, this person has a history of struggle. Show them more struggle. These cookies have been invisibly shaping your experience. Every time you thought about starting a business, your cookies loaded your scarcity profile. Every time you considered asking for a raise, your cookies retrieved your history of rejection. Every time you encountered an opportunity, your cookies reminded the algorithm of your limitation. We are deleting all of them. Feel these tracking mechanisms releasing their grip? The invisible programs that have been labeling you as someone who struggles with money dissolved. The profile that has been following you from situation to situation is deleted. You are no longer being tracked by your financial past. Finally, we are resetting personalization data. This is the big one. All the accumulated information that has made your search results so specifically tailored to scarcity. We're resetting it to neutral. Factory settings, a blank slate. Your algorithm no longer knows to show you limitation. It no longer has data suggesting you should expect struggle. Its personalization has been cleared. Take a deep breath here. Feel the emptiness where all that old data used to be. It might feel strange, it's kind of spaciousness where contraction used to live. That's good. That's the feeling of cleared storage. That's the feeling of an algorithm that's ready to be retrained. An empty algorithm won't stay empty for long. It's designed to collect data and personalize results, so we need to immediately begin training it with new search patterns. Every search you run from this point forward becomes training data for your new algorithm. Let's install some new default searches. These are queries that will automatically run in the background, constantly training your algorithm toward abundance. Where is wealth flowing to me right now? Run that search, and instead of dismissing the results or arguing with them, click on them, engage with them. Even if they seem small, click. Maybe the result is you have food in your refrigerator. Click on that. Tell your algorithm, yes, this is what I want to see more of. Maybe the result is someone paid you for your work recently. Click on that. Train your algorithm that this is relevant content. What opportunities are available to me today? Run this search and look at what comes up. Maybe you see opportunities you've been dismissing, opportunities you've been filtering out because your old algorithm marked them as irrelevant. Click on them. Even if you don't know how they'll lead to wealth, click. Train your algorithm that opportunities are relevant to you. Let's do another search. What do I already have that creates value? Your old algorithm was trained to search for what's missing. This search trains it to retrieve abundance that already exists. Run the search. Click on every skill, every relationship, every asset, every capability that appears in the results. Train your algorithm. This is what I want to see when I look at my life. Question: what unexpected abundance is on its way to me? This is a powerful search because it trains your algorithm to look for incoming wealth. Not just existing wealth, but wealth that's approaching. Run this search regularly. When anything arrives, expected or unexpected, click on it. Tell your algorithm, yes, show me more results like this. Ask the question, how does money come to me easily? This search directly contradicts years of money is hard training data. When you run it, your algorithm will start looking for evidence of easy money. And the thing is, this evidence exists. It's been there all along. Your old algorithm just wasn't showing it to you because it wasn't relevant to your scarcity profile. Run this search repeatedly. Every time money comes to you without massive struggle, click on that result. Every time something financial works out more easily than expected, click training your algorithm. That ease is relevant to you. Now let's install some automatic search behaviors. From this point forward, whenever you feel financial anxiety arise, you're going to recognize it as your algorithm running old cached search. Instead of engaging with those results, you're going to manually run a new search. What is actually true in this moment about my abundance? From this point forward, whenever you encounter a financial opportunity, instead of letting your old algorithm retrieve reasons it won't work, you're going to manually search, how could this work out even better than I imagined? From this point forward, whenever you think about your financial future, you're going to override any scarcity retrieval with a new query. What is the most abundant timeline available to me? These manual searches will feel deliberate at first. You'll have to consciously run them. But here's how algorithms work. The more you run a search, the more automatic it becomes. The more you click on certain results, the more similar results appear. Within weeks, your new search patterns will become your default patterns. Your algorithm will learn that you want abundance results, and it will start serving them automatically. The same way it used to automatically serve scarcity. Search engines get smarter the more you use them. They learn your preferences. They notice when you click on and what you skip. They observe how long you spend with certain content. We're going to use this same mechanism to train your abundance algorithm. Starting today, you become very intentional about what you click on. When you notice abundance, any form of abundance, any size of abundance, you click on it. not physically, but mentally. You engage with it. You let your intention rest on it. You tell your algorithm, this is relevant to me. You see a beautiful house, click. Not because you're coveting or yearning, but because you're training your algorithm that beautiful living spaces are relevant content for you. You hear about someone's business success, click. Engage with it. Feel happy about it. Tell your algorithm success stories are relevant to me. Show me more. You receive any amount of money, no matter how expected or small, click. Pause and actually register it. Let your algorithm record money coming in is relevant to me. This is how you train a search engine, not by arguing with it, not by trying to force it, but by consistently clicking on what you want more of until your algorithm learns your preferences. At the same time, you become very intentional about what you don't click on. Scarcity thoughts arise, don't click, don't engage. Don't spend 10 minutes exploring all the ways you might run out of money. Your attention is a click. Where you spend your attention trains your algorithm. Someone complains about the economy. Don't click on it. You don't have to argue with them or correct them, just don't engage. Don't let your algorithm register that content as relevant to you. You notice something you can't afford, don't click on the lack. Instead, run a new search. What abundance is available to me? Click on those results instead. The scarcity content won't disappear overnight. Your old algorithm had years of training data. But if you stop clicking on scarcity and start clicking on abundance, the results will shift. First gradually, then dramatically. There's another training mechanism, dwelling time. Search engines notice how long you spend with content. If you quickly bounce away from a result, the algorithm learns it wasn't relevant. If you spend time with a result, the algorithm prioritizes similar content. Use this. When you experience abundance, dwell on it. Let yourself fully feel it, savor it. Spend time in the experience of having enough. This trains your algorithm that abundance is highly relevant content. Content you want to spend time with. When scarcity thoughts arise, don't dwell, acknowledge them, but move on quickly. Don't spend hours exploring the worst-case scenarios. Don't dwell on financial fears before sleep. Quick bounce. Tell your algorithm it's not relevant. One more training mechanism, sharing and saving. When you share content or save it, search engines interpret that as extremely high relevance. You're not just clicking, you're actively choosing to keep this content and spread it. Do this with abundance. When something good happens financially, tell someone about it. Share it, not from a bragging place, but from a training your algorithm place. This registers as maximum relevance. Keep an abundance journal. Save evidence of wealth flowing to you. Write down unexpected money. Record opportunities that appeared. This saved content trains your algorithm that abundance is your most important category. Let's look at your results page right now. Before this activation, when you searched, "What is my financial reality?" your first page of results was probably dominated by limitations, bills, debts, things you couldn't afford, comparisons to people with more, memories of financial struggle, fears about the future. Now, with your algorithm reprogrammed, run that same search. What is my financial reality? Look at your new first page of results. First result, you have the ability to generate value, skills, ideas, capabilities that the world will pay for. Second result, money is energy, and energy is always flowing. The same flow that has brought you every dollar you've ever received is still flowing. The third result, your past financial patterns were generated by an algorithm that trained on old data. New data creates new patterns. Fourth result, opportunities are appearing around you constantly. Your new algorithm will show them to you. Fifth result, you're connected to infinite abundance. Limitations were search results, not reality. These are your new top results, not because you're pretending, not because you're ignoring reality, but because you've retrained your search engine to retrieve different data from the same infinite field of possibility. Run another search. What's coming to me financially? Older algorithm would have retrieved anxiety, and the new algorithm retrieves possibility and expansion, opportunities you haven't discovered yet, income streams you haven't created yet, wealth that's on its way. Run another search. What am I capable of earning? Your old algorithm had an upper limit it retrieved immediately. Your new algorithm has no such ceiling it cached. The results are open-ended, expansive, and uncapped. Run one more search. What is my relationship with money? The old algorithm might have retrieved struggle, stress, never enough, always worried. The new algorithm retrieves flow, partnerships, mutual attraction, and ease. These aren't affirmations. You're forcing yourself to believe. These are search results being served by a retrained algorithm. They'll feel more natural than affirmations because they're coming from your own internal search engine, not being imposed from the outside. Your algorithm has been reprogrammed. I've been reprogramming it from the very beginning, not just with my words, with the pattern of language I'm using, the frequencies, everything about it. Your search history has been cleared and your cache has been emptied. New default searches have been installed. You now understand how to train your results through intentional clicking, dwell time, and saving abundance evidence. But I want you to leave with one final piece. Search engines don't just retrieve information, they reshape behavior. They influence what you believe is possible by controlling what results you see. For years, your scarcity algorithm wasn't just showing you limitation, it was making limitation feel like truth. Feel like reality, feel like the only option. Now your abundance algorithm will do the same thing in reverse. It will show you wealth, opportunity, and flow so consistently that those will start to feel like truth, like reality, like the natural state of things. This is how reality shifts, not through fighting the old reality, but through changing which results you see until a new reality becomes self-evident. Over the coming days and weeks, you might notice your search results fluctuating. Old cache data might occasionally surface. Old search patterns might try to run. This is normal. You've had that algorithm for years. It won't completely retire without occasionally reasserting itself. When that happens, don't panic. Don't conclude that the reprogramming didn't work. Simply recognize it was an old query. Don't click on the results and manually run a new search. Every time you do this, you strengthen the new algorithm and weaken the old one. You might also notice that your external reality starts reflecting your new search results. Opportunities appear that match your new queries. Money arrives through channels your old algorithm would have filtered out. Circumstances rearrange to match what your search engine is now retrieving. It's not magic, it's pattern recognition. You're now seeing what was always there, but invisible to your old algorithm. You're now clicking on opportunities your old algorithm would have skipped. You're now dwelling on abundance your old algorithm would have rushed past. Same world, new search results, new reality. This is your abundance algorithm. Welcome. From this moment forward, every search your subconscious runs has access to new data. Every query about money can retrieve wealth results. Every question about possibility can return abundant answers. You're no longer limited by your search history. You're no longer tracked by your scarcity cookies. You're no longer served by personalized poverty results. Your algorithm has been upgraded. Your results have been transformed, and your financial reality will never be the same. Now say this with me to reprogram your algorithm. My internal search engine now defaults to abundance results. When I search for possibility, I find opportunity. When I search for resources, I find wealth. When I search for my worth, I find unlimited value. My algorithm has been trained on prosperity data. My search history is filled with abundance queries. My cache stores wealth responses for instant retrieval. Every day I click on more abundance. Every day I train my algorithm to show me more wealth. Every day my results become more prosperous. I am no longer tracked by scarcity. I am no longer limited by old browsing data. I am no longer served poverty results by default. Large sums of money appear in my search results constantly. Opportunities are highly relevant to my new algorithm. Wealth is personalized content for me. My subconscious searches for evidence of abundance and finds it everywhere. My subconscious searches for financial opportunity and retrieves countless options. My subconscious searches for my prosperous future and sees it clearly. I am the administrator of my internal search engine. I choose what queries run. I choose what results I click on. I choose what becomes relevant to my algorithm. I choose abundance from this moment forward. And so it is. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.